Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
The Jackson County Fair Board, in conjunction with Total Media, proudly present Neil McCoy. Neil McCoy. Saturday, July 15th at the Jackson County Fair. VIP track access seats now available for only $30, which includes admission to the fair. Get tickets now at JacksonCooHfair.com or at the Total Media Studios in Jackson.
Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the morning show right here on Main Street TV. And it is a, well, kind of blacky Tuesday.
It is a blacky Tuesday. I was down real low.
Temperatures. Does that mean your butt's too big and you made the chair sink?
Something like that.
No, it is. Temperatures are great outside. It is a little. If you're a sun lover, you're kind of out of luck today.
Yeah. You're out of luck this
week.
Probably next week too.
But, however, the gardens will be very, very happy with some of the rain that we have. And basically, there is a front that has just stalled kind of right over top of us. And they say it ain't moving anytime soon. There you go.
Doesn't look like it.
No. So, Mr. James is here today. Mr. Dillon's here today.
He is.
So, welcome. Hello, Marlon. Thank you for tuning in.
Good morning.
And so... what are we doing today?
Well,
this is a high budget operation.
This is a high budget operation. What are we doing today? This is indeed. Oh, well, so since I think this is a good segue, since it's like Blecky today and yesterday and tomorrow and the next day.
And the next day.
It's kind of day that you might want to stay in and like watch a movie.
Yes.
So I have a list of the 58. I don't know how they came up with 58. The 58,
not 55.
Not 55, not 50, not 60, 58 most anticipated movies of 2023.
There's going to be 58 movies made in 2023?
Probably a lot more. These are just the most anticipated.
Okay, I'm interested in this because I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, movies are kind of, I don't know. I feel like there used to be like a few that you looked forward to every year, and it was like, oh, that movie. And now it's just kind of like there's like a lot of movies, but
it's just
nothing
nonstop.
Nothing that gets you like, woo!
Yeah, it's all just kind of nonstop now. It used to be like making a movie was like a big deal, and now it's they just kind of churn them out.
They do, and I think with the streaming services and all of that, everybody's making movies now.
Yeah,
so it's just like
there's just such a demand.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, once upon a time, Dad likes to say, like, well, Gone with the Wind was in movie theaters for 2 years straight, and now, like, a movie's lucky if it gets 3 weeks.
Right, correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they used to only be like an hour, and now they're like 3 hours.
See, and I think that's the problem too with movies is I don't have the attention span nor the time to sit and watch a movie for 3 hours. So then I just put it off, and then it never gets watched.
Well, then you should have invested in Quibi. Do you remember Quibi?
No.
Quibi was a video streaming service where they re-edited movies to be vertical and cut them into like 9-minute sections.
You just get
so
like
you
the
could
whole...
watch a movie 9 minutes at a time vertical on your phone.
That's
Needless
awesome.
to say, that company quickly went bankrupt.
I would say
nobody wanted to watch TV that way.
That's right. Yes.
You TikTokers. Everything's got to be vertical and short for your attention spans.
Yeah. Hey, speaking of TikTok, Dylan and I found a video this morning. Actually, Courtney told us about it. So Dylan downloaded it. And I will have to say, I don't get impressed very often. This is impressive. So it is a dude delivering pizza. And that does not sound all that impressive.
Very impressive, no.
You just wait.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey.
Look at that. He's on like a hoverboard thing.
It's a one wheel.
A one wheel?
Yeah, that's called a one wheel.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just riding the one wheel is look, he's got the flag, like the slow moving vehicle flag. Look at all those pizzas.
Where is he?
We don't know, but Dylan pointed out the fact that like the people taking the video are just like driving and stalking this dude. Like he drove by him and then they just start driving behind this guy.
I feel like this dude is definitely like on
look at these fancy houses.
Yeah.
So this is where he's going. Look at that thing.
Yeah. You think if you're delivering to that neighborhood, you could
have a car.
You could probably have a car. But then here he can't get up the steep driveway.
His thing isn't going to go any further, so he has to ditch it.
Yeah. Yeah, those things don't have a very long range on them.
Yeah,
and
it's like someone training for an intense movie.
So look at like trying to walk with those pizzas now. He can't. Evidently, it's easier to ride the thingy than the one wheel than to.
Yeah, this is not. Super
Can you believe that though? Like that is. How would you like to just be sitting in your car like that drives by you? You're like, what? Wait, what?
Yeah. So all right. So I'm looking at the One Wheel website. So they've got 3 models you can buy.
Okay.
The base model has a range of 6 to 8 miles and can go 16 miles per hour.
Okay.
The biggest, baddest one has a range of 20 to 30 miles and can go 20 miles per hour.
Okay. Wow.
So
you could ride it to Chillicothe.
You could not get back though.
You'd have to plug it in before you.
And going 20 miles per hour. They're all taking selfies.
They're all they're like, okay, now we're hungry.
You reckon that was one order? Yeah, that must have
looks
been one
as
order.
if it was.
Okay. All right.
And then he's got just the ingenuity of this device thing that he's got
they gave
on
him
his
like
back.
a $2 tip.
Yeah, they're like, here's a nice shiny quarter for you, buddy. Thanks.
And there's still the people in the car just recording this.
Yeah, and now he's got to walk home because he just used up all
his battery life. He's got I wish there was because they're like talking to him. I wish there was sound, but there's not. He's got his flag still, a slow moving flag thing.
So you want me to order you one of these?
No, I do not, because I would break my neck in 2 feet or less.
All right. What do you think? What do you think the top of the line one wheel costs?
The top of the wheel, the top of the line one wheel.
Yeah.
$2,000.
Yeah. With all the accessories, it's $2,575.
Oh.
So without all the accessories, it's $2,250.
What is an accessory on a one wheel thing?
It looks like a little guard thing for the tire, a charging cable. I guess that's like a little thing to stop it from rolling away when you park it. I don't know. Just a bunch of little pieces of plastic. I'm not really sure.
Kickstand.
Yeah, kickstand. I'm not sure what all they... All right. Okay. A fiberglass fender, bumpers, rail guards, a GT hypercharger. That's a $210 value.
Ooh.
A GT stand and a GT charger plug. $5 value.
Shut up.
They're just going to toss that one in there.
That's so kind of them.
Yeah, so kind of them.
For $500.
For $500, here's a piece of plastic.
It seems to me that if you had like bumpers and stuff on that thing that they would just hit. You know what I mean? Like you would hit stuff with them or catch it on stuff.
I think you got to have a pretty smooth road. I don't know. I mean, it's a big tire. I don't know. I would not do well on one of those.
No.
Neither would I.
Yeah.
No, not a chance. So, number one, just to ride one of those things is amazing, but to strap, 20 pizzas or whatever that is to your back is a whole other issue.
It's true.
So good for him. He deserved a really big tip.
You got on TikTok.
Yeah, and you made it on TikTok, buddy.
Yeah.
So yes, and thank you, Courtney, for the tip on that.
Dude, how much you want to bet that dude's in a Domino's commercial in a couple weeks?
He should be. Oh, what kind of pizza was that?
I'm not sure.
Can you tell?
I don't know. It was orange boxes. Didn't
it
look like any chain. Yeah, Little Caesars doesn't deliver though.
But they don't deliver unless he's like an Uber Eats driver.
Yeah, that could be it. He could be. Probably. Yeah, that'd be a good bet because
that would make sense.
Like
because there's no pizza shop that's going to let you do that.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, maybe it is. But also, I mean, that's a lot of pizza. But also, if you live in that mansion, like you can afford to get something better.
Right, I like Little Caesars.
No, I like Little Caesars. I think Little Caesars is better than a lot of chains.
Yeah, no, I agree.
No,
we're not knocking Little Caesars.
Knock on Little Caesars.
We're not knocking Little Caesars. It's very affordable, and so therefore we're making fun that someone that lives in that mansion would be getting cheaper pizza than
But they were also apparently feeding like
that, and they looked young.
Yeah,
so they're probably like. It's probably like Susie.
Dad said we can only spend $250 on food tonight.
And we can only have 50 friends over.
We can only have 50 people over.
Oh, shoot.
That's funny.
Yes.
That's funny. So have you seen any movies in theaters this year? You just mentioned that you had a short attention span.
I do. And I just, I just don't, have the attention to sit for. I'm with Dylan. It's like if a movie was an hour and a half, I'd be like, cool. But like 3-hour movies, I just don't have the attention span.
Yeah,
they're
pretty long.
Yeah,
they're pretty long. So here I'll just go through. So I've got 2 lists here. I've got ones that have kind of already come out, and I've got stuff that is still coming this year.
Okay.
So I'll just kind of go through real quick through some of the ones that have already come out.
Okay.
And if you saw it or be like, oh man, I wish I would have seen that, or if anyone's listening was like, yeah, I saw that, it was cool.
Yeah, give us a shout out.
Give us a shout out. So in February, M. Night Shyamalan, Knock at the Cabin came out. I didn't see that one. Looked
never
creepy.
even heard of it. Oh, you did?
Did you like it?
Not really.
Yeah. That's probably what I would have. That's the review I expected. Here's one that you're probably disappointed you missed out on. Magic Mike's Last Dance.
I know I have not seen that one yet, but I will.
Yeah,
be watching it.
Then we had
probably alone
with your lover.
Yeah, that's a whole other story.
Then we had Ant-Man and the Wasp, which I saw. I thought was fine. A lot of people didn't like that one. I thought it was fine. Then we had one.
Was that like a superhero movie or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Was that like a superhero movie or something?
I mean, if James saw it and liked it, it was a superhero movie.
I said it was okay. Hey, I got superhero movies I didn't like.
Okay.
Then here is a movie that I've not seen. I don't think you've seen. I think Dylan saw it, but we talked about it a lot. Cocaine Bear.
I did see it.
You did see it. Mm-hmm. We did talk about it, and you haven't seen it either.
I've not seen it.
Okay.
Then back in March, Creed 3 came out. I've not seen it yet.
I would definitely watch that one.
65. I want to see this one. So this is the Adam Driver fighting dinosaur movie.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It looks bonkers.
I feel like I need to write some of these down. Wait.
Magic Mike.
Mike.
Then
Cocaine Bear.
Cocaine Bear. Then there's another Scream movie.
How do you spell cocaine?
Hold on.
I literally don't.
Cocaine.
Oh, there's an E on the end. I'm like, that doesn't look right. And then what was the other one?
Magic Mike.
No, and then there was another one.
Creed,
yeah. I'm going to write all these down so I remember.
Apparently they made a Luther movie. I didn't know that. The Idris Elba TV series, Luther. He's like a detective.
Oh.
Apparently they made a movie of that.
Okay.
That's called The Fallen Son.
Nice.
Then Scream 6?
Oh. Oh, no, I have seen that one. And I don't remember what happened. That's how good it was.
Okay.
But I do know that we watched that.
All right.
And I can't remember it. That tells you anything.
And then there was Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which was also like a superhero movie. And I did not like it.
Okay.
I don't think I finished it. That's how bad that one was. And we had John Wick Chapter 4.
I mean, any John
I'm not
Wick.
I don't like Keanu Reeves.
He is polarizing, I think. But I think in the John Wick movies, he does a really good job.
I've not seen any of them.
Plus,
one.
it tugs at my heartstring because because of the dog.
Yeah,
I like Bill and Ted.
Dude, the new Bill and Ted movie is weird.
Aren't they all?
That's a good point. It's a good point, but the fact that they made another one, just that. And then here's
it's like Harold and Kumar.
Harold and Kumar. Yeah, they need to bring back Harold and Kumar.
They were awesome.
Yeah. All right, here's a real dorky one that I want to see really bad.
Okay.
I've not seen it, but I've heard it's good. Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. So this is Chris Pine, Hugh Grant, like a star-studded cast.
Yes.
Looks very silly and very fun.
Okay.
Apparently it is.
I never understood Dungeons and Dragons.
I never really played it either, but you just kind of like, use your imagination. What happens next?
Okay.
Yeah.
Heard.
Then here's one I saw on TV that I thought was pretty fun. Tetris. This is the story about the creation, or not necessarily the creation, but
the story of
the game of Tetris.
Oh,
yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Which, like I mentioned to you, like it was like a Soviet Union, like Cold War era thing, and it was hard to get rights to publish anything created in the Soviet Union in the United States.
Gotcha.
Yeah, so
I could see that.
Yeah. And then Air. This is the about Nike, about the creation of the Air Jordan.
Okay.
Yeah, Ben Affleck wearing a really bad wig. That one's on TV now. My parents saw it and they liked it.
Okay.
Super Mario Brothers. I saw this one. Dylan saw this one.
It was great.
It's pretty good. Should probably put that on your list.
No, I'm not putting that on my list.
Why not? Evil Dead Rise. Didn't see that one. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. Guardians of the Galaxy. That's like a superhero movie that I didn't see yet. And then Fast X.
I picked myself up off the floor.
Fast X, which I guess is the 10th Fast and Furious movie.
Fast 10, then.
Well,
that's a Roman numeral for 10.
Right, I know, but I know that X is the Roman numeral for 10. The movie is called Fast X.
Sure.
No,
okay.
it is.
Okay, I'm gonna write that one down too because I love those movies.
I'm not sure if this is how they're actually going to do this.
Okay.
But it's my understanding that the next Fast and Furious movie is going to be Fast X Part 2. And then the next one after that is going to be Fast and the Furious 11. So you're making fun of me.
I mean,
the Fast and Furious people are the ones that don't know how to number movies.
That's true. This is like Dylan named these.
Yeah. Dylan's like, it's going to be like Fast.
It's going to be like part 4 of 3.
But it's actually a sequel to 3, so it's really like part 2 of 3, but it's the 12th one.
No, I mean, you've got a Fast and Furious franchise that you've got Paul Walker, whose untimely death was, horrific, and they never did kill him off. He just drove away. It's
mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're just waiting till they can just like completely resurrect him with
like CG. AI or CG, yeah.
Which we'll get to when we get to the movie that I want to talk about.
Okay, all right.
Other movies that have already come out this year: The Little Mermaid, which did pretty well.
I would watch that.
Yeah,
because I love The Little Mermaid.
And that pretty much brings us up to now.
Okay.
So here's stuff that is either out now or comes out later this year.
Okay.
All right. So the first one on the list, it's like a superhero movie, but it's animated, so it's a little bit different.
I can't wait to hear about it, James. What nerdy movie are you going to talk about?
So this is Spider-Man.
Oh.
Yeah, so Dylan's got a poster for this one. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. And this one is legitimately really great. It's an animated movie. This is the second one in the series, and it's pretty fantastic.
Okay.
I don't know, it's hard to describe, and if you're not into animation, then you're not into animation. But they really are doing just creative storytelling in a way that nobody else is doing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it really is. It's
that
cool.
Would be because I've heard of Spider-Man. I would be interested in that.
So here's the short description. The Oscar-winning animated Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was a big hit with critics and audiences, and Across the Spider-Verse was one of the most anticipated of 2022 until it got moved back to 2023.
Till it didn't.
Yeah. So it stars, I don't know how to say this guy's name. Shamik Moore, Haley Steinfeld, and Oscar Isaac. This is not a very good description. I think this description was written before the movie came out.
Gotcha.
But the animation it's incredible.
Super cool.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
Gorgeous movie. Then another one that's still in theaters right now. That's kind of like a superhero movie, but I've not seen it. Transformers: Rise of the Beasts.
How many Transformers movies are there? I watched like the first one and I did love it. I will say I loved that movie, but I haven't.
The first one is incredible. Then they go downhill real fast.
Okay.
Real bad. I want to say that this is like the fifth one, maybe.
Oh God,
Dylan.
I'm not sure. I didn't follow Transformers.
Yeah. So there's like.
They're more than meets the eye, Dylan.
It's true. That's true.
Just to let you know.
Yeah. So there's like 4 in like the original like Michael Bay series, and then they did like a prequel, and then this one.
Okay.
So this is like the 5th or the 6th one, I think.
Well, I mean, like the first one, I don't know. I mean, there's still not like Shia LaBeouf and
Shia LaBeouf is not in this.
Yeah, and like
Ron
Megan
Perlman's in this.
Fox
Megan Fox is also not in this.
Yeah, like it's kind of like if you don't have like the same cast, it's just not quite the same as like the first one.
Yeah. They. I mean, Shia LaBeouf
kind of
and
a
Megan Fox
cast
were in
at
like,
that time.
Yeah, they were in like the first 2 or 3.
Okay.
And then they kind of started doing like different humans in every movie, I think.
Well, and like Shia LaBeouf got like in trouble a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, he kind of fell from grace a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And then here's one that came out this week.
Okay.
This is the new Pixar movie. I had not even heard of this until it came out. It's called Eternal. It is the latest offering from Pixar. It takes place in a city whose residents belong to the elements of fire, water, land, and air, where one fiery woman forms a friendship with a watery man. That's a funny sentence.
I'm just going to say, no, that is so dumb.
We don't know much. We don't know. Anyway, so this movie came out last week and did not do very well at the box office.
Well, I guess I understand the underlying theme of can't we all get along and love each other thing. I'm sure that's what it's about.
I'm sure it's a very cute movie, and it'll probably be very popular when it's on Disney Plus and people can watch it.
Well, it was like
people can turn it on for their kids and then leave the room.
What was the one in Encanto?
Encanto. It's so
you
good.
talked about that movie,
so good.
It was like it did horribly at the theaters, but now it's like Oscar winning and stuff.
It did not do well in theaters. It went to streaming really fast. It was. I mean, that came out in like
it was
2021.
COVID-ish. Yeah,
people weren't really going to the theaters much, and I don't know that it would have done well in the theaters anyway. But that movie is
movie after the fact did like amazing things.
Yeah,
so it's kind of funny how that happens.
I mean, there have been a few Disney Plus era things that have kind of been like that. Mm-hmm. I think this will probably be kind of like that. I mean, like the movie Luca, which I think is Pixar too, similar. It's really beautiful. It's about sea monsters living in the Italian Riviera.
Oh, nice!
It's a very beautiful movie, but I don't even know if it was in theaters because of COVID and stuff. All right, here's one that looks tough. Extraction 2. So doesn't this just sound like an 80s movie?
Dude, it totally does. Like, I just got an email for some reason about this movie.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I haven't heard of Extraction 1, but cool.
Yeah, it seemed like back in like the late 80s, early 90s, especially with like direct-to-video stuff, you'd go to Walmart and you would just see a movie on the shelf that's just like Extraction 2. Yeah. And you're like, what? Is there a movie called Extraction?
That right there reeks of, you're exactly right.
That looks like it's from 2002, not 2022.
Or 1997.
Yeah, that should be Tom Cruise. Like late 90s, early 2000s Tom Cruise. Or if you want to go back a little bit further, if we want to go back to like the 80s, Stallone.
Yes.
Or Schwarzenegger.
Yes. Yeah. Hey, fun fact I saw on the news this morning. Sylvester Stallone just sold his house to, does anyone know? Anyone know?
I'm gonna take a wild guess here. Oprah.
Good guess.
What was that mumble rapper's name?
It's a singer.
BNO
dollar sign.
It is a famous singer. I will say that.
Adele?
Yes. Good guess. Did you know that?
No.
Oh, good guess. But she only bought it under one stipulation.
He had to take all the statues of himself out of it.
No, the opposite.
He had to leave all the statues.
He has a Rocky statue overlooking the pool. It's like on the pool deck.
Yeah.
And he wanted to take it, and she said, "No, you have to leave that."
That's funny.
Isn't that hilarious? So it's still there.
That's like
overlooking the pool.
Is it "I Love You, Man" when they're trying to sell Lou Ferrigno's
yes.
house?
Come on, Hulk.
Anyway, so not long after the pandemic took hold of the world in 2020, Netflix released an ambitious, adrenaline-fueled action flick starring Chris Hemsworth called Extraction.
And everyone goes, huh?
Directed by Sam Hargrave and written by Joe Russo. Joe Russo writes superhero movies.
Like, really?
All three have returned for this sequel, which promises more ridiculous stunts and set pieces you can enjoy from the comfort of your living room couch.
Okay.
So there you go. Extraction 2.
Netflix. That must have been where I got the email from.
Probably.
Netflix, yeah. And I was like, didn't know there was Extraction 1, but cool. Yay.
Yep.
Okay. So there you go. You can watch 1 and 2 all at the same time.
5 hours of Extraction.
Of Extraction.
All from the comfort of your living room couch. Leave a comment below if you watched the first Extraction.
Yeah, please. Has anyone watched Extraction?
All right. So now we are up to the movie I saw this weekend. I think maybe Matt McKee is going to pop in and talk about this a little bit.
Well, you guys kind of differed on your opinion of this movie.
We very much differed on our opinion. So the movie is The Flash.
Yes. And the only reason I know this is because it has Michael Keaton as Batman in it.
Michael Keaton is back
Returns as Batman.
Wearing a really bad wig and a fake beard.
No. Why would they mess that up?
I don't know. So spoilers. I apologize. I'm going to try not to spoil this movie, but it's hard not to.
So this is like a superhero movie too.
It is like a as you can tell, it's very superhero-y.
Yeah.
The poster features no actual photos. It's all just computer people, which this movie is mostly just 3D models of the actors rather than, actual people.
Okay.
But it's kind of a mess. But I mean, Michael Keaton does have some cool parts in it.
Does he?
But when he's first, so you're familiar.
Does he say I'm Batman?
He does.
Yes.
He does. He does say I'm Batman. He also says, "You want to get nuts? Let's get nuts," like he says in the '89 movie.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So it's pretty cool. The Michael Keaton stuff is pretty cool, but the movie's not very good. That's my humble opinion.
Okay. So Matt said he liked it. So
Matt McKee enjoyed it. I think I lost it.
Is this the wig?
No. That's his normal hair. So Google. That's an action figure. That's not a real picture. Really? Yeah, that's like a Hot Toys.
I was gonna say he looks like he's plastic.
Yeah. Look up.
All right. My bad.
Look up. Look like Michael Keaton, the Flash wig. Just search that and it'll probably come up. So you are probably familiar with the movie The Big Lebowski.
Yes.
So when Michael Keaton, spoilers, is introduced, this is in the trailer, I think. When he is introduced to us in this film, he's full on dude.
No.
He's got long hair and like a goatee. And like it legit looks like he went to Party City and like bought a wig and like put it on himself.
No.
It looks so bad.
That is hilarious. Why did Michael Keaton as Batman turn into the dude?
I don't know. Well, the plot, they don't really explain it, but you're meant to
This is why the movie is bad.
You're meant to infer that like he hasn't been Batman for a long period of time.
Okay.
But they don't really explicitly say that.
But they don't, and they don't explain it either.
Yeah, but that's just sort of what's inferred.
Wonder if you can they resurrect Michael Keaton as Batman?
So here's what I want to get to talking about the CG people.
Okay.
And spoilers. If you don't want to know anything about this movie, or if you're just sick of hearing me talk, put us on mute, change the channel, whatever. So spoilers.
Okay.
George Reeves, Christopher Reeves, and Adam West show up completely CG animated at the end of this movie.
No. Okay. That's weird.
It is weird. So, of course, they could have used like old footage of these guys and like, but no, it's
cleaned
like
it up.
Full CG.
Okay.
But there's all that. But the one that really takes the nerd cake or whatever you want.
Uh-huh.
So think back into the world of 1989. Tim Burton has just directed Batman. It's a huge success.
Yes.
Merchandise, McDonald's Happy Meals,
all of it,
all of these things. So Warner Brothers is like, naturally, we must give Tim Burton more money to make an even bigger superhero movie.
Uh-huh.
So Tim Burton is hired to direct a new Superman movie.
Okay.
And Tim Burton casts Nicolas Cage as Superman.
I do not remember this at all.
It never happened. Never came out. They never finished the movie.
Really?
Yeah. But back
I don't see Nicolas Cage as Superman.
Yeah. Well, if you go watch The Flash, you get to see Nicolas Cage in full Superman glory.
No.
Well, excuse me. You get to see CG Nicolas Cage in full. It is not actually Nicolas Cage. It is but I mean, it looks exactly like him. But he doesn't talk. It's completely animated.
I understand now why you did not like this movie. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. There are more like animated people in this than real people. But
did you find it, Dylan?
I think I found it.
All right. Yeah. So here's Nicolas Cage or Michael Keaton's Batwig.
No. I mean, how does Bruce Wayne look like that? He was so sophisticated and like
now,
rich.
I will
and
say
cool.
this. Now, as bad as this wig is, and you can't really see it in this picture, but his dedication to wearing an ascot in every single scene is admirable.
Why is he wearing an ascot?
Every
Was
scene,
it Scooby-Doo?
Every scene he has on an ascot. It's hilarious. There's one scene where he's wearing like bib overalls and like working on the Batmobile, like a mechanic, but he still has an ascot on.
No. Oh my God.
It's amazing. It's so silly.
This whole thing just sounds horrible.
I mean, I'm not saying it's horrible. I think you should go see it if you want to go see it. I did not enjoy it very much. But I do not want to detract from other people's fun.
There you go. Because Matt did like it.
Sorry. Matt McKee did like it.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry if I spoil the CG people for you. But I gave you fair warning.
You did. Fair.
I think so.
Yeah.
Think so fair. So maybe Matt will pop back in and we'll talk about Flash a little bit more.
Okay.
When Matt, maybe Josh Willett might pop in too.
Okay.
All right. The next one on the list, I am excited for this. This is called Asteroid City, and this is Wes Anderson's new movie. Have you seen the trailers for this?
I have not.
So are you familiar with Wes Anderson?
No.
So
is he like a superhero?
No, he's not like a superhero. Okay. He's like so like the Royal Tenenbaums, the Grand Budapest Hotel. Mm-hmm. Have you ever seen any of these movies?
I have not, but I know what you're talking about.
So those are all
kind
directed by Wes Anderson.
Style.
He's very stylized, very quirky. He always has like these star-studded casts. I mean, this has Tom Hanks in it, Steve Carell's in it, Ed Norton's in it, Bryan Cranston's in it.
Holy moly!
It doesn't say Bill Murray, but Bill Murray is in all of Wes Anderson's movies, so he's probably in this somewhere. Scarlett Johansson, Tilda Swinton, Jeffrey Wright, Adrian Brody, Edward Norton. So yeah, so it's like the who's who of everybody that's in like Wes Anderson movies, and this one looks as like quirky and fun as all of them.
Okay,
it appears that the plot is that like these people are in this like desert town that's kind of remote and like difficult to get like passage out of.
Okay,
and then they get invaded by aliens. And makes it even harder to leave, I think is what the plot is. But it looks really quirky and funny. That comes out this weekend. Unfortunately, it's not at any of our local theaters.
Okay.
So you have to go a little bit further, maybe go to Huntington or Columbus if you want to see that one. But it looks really quirky and funny, and I definitely want to see that one.
Okay. That sounds fun.
It looks a lot of fun. Now, this one I think is going to be divisive.
Okay.
Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny.
Okay. So I actually saw some discussion about this movie, and it was quite polarizing for people.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I'll be honest with you. It's been so long since I've seen the Indiana Jones movies that I would have to like go back, I think, and watch them all again.
I've watched them fairly recently. I actually watched a little bit of Raiders real recently, just like last week maybe. It's on Disney Plus now. I think all 4 of them are on Disney Plus.
Okay.
And Raiders is an incredible movie. Like,
is that the second one?
That's the first
one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's just like 100% could not make this movie today. Like, they're like legit out in the jungle. Everybody is just like sweaty and disgusting because they're actually sweaty and disgusting. Because
they're doing that stuff.
Yeah, and they're like all doing all these like practical stunts and stuff like that. And it's,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now I feel like I need to go watch this again. But
so you remember the famous scene when the guy with the big like sword comes out and starts swinging it around, and then
he has
Indiana
like the
Jones,
whip thing.
Well, no, he's got like a big sword, and then Indiana Jones just shoots him.
It's been so long. I don't remember any of this.
All right. So, that's one of the famous scenes. And supposedly the reason they did that was because Harrison Ford had like eaten something he shouldn't have eaten and was like, couldn't stay out of the bathroom for very long that day. He's like, can't we make this? Because he was supposed to, they had this
fight him.
They had this big choreographed fight scene. He's like, can I just shoot him? Now, I don't know if that's true, but that's
that makes for a really good story.
Legend. Yeah. So for the first time ever, a person not named Steven Spielberg is helming an Indiana Jones film. James Mangold, who directed Walk the Line, directs this long-awaited follow-up to 2008's Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, starring Shia LaBeouf, who we mentioned earlier.
Yes, we did.
Which boasts turns by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, Mads Mikkelsen, don't know how to say her name, I apologize, Antonio Banderas, and of course, Harrison Ford.
Nice.
Yeah. So I don't know. I don't know.
Is that like you're going to go to the theater and watch it, or wait till it comes out on streaming to watch
I don't
it?
know. I'll probably wait on that one.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, I know it's Indiana Jones, but like Harrison Ford's 80 years old.
Right. It's like, come on.
Like, come on.
How many boulders can you outrun these days, buddy?
I don't know. I do think a lot of it is going to be like flashbacks where it's like that de-aging, animation. So it's going to be a different actor, and they're just going to animate Harrison Ford's face onto him, much like what we were just talking about with the Flash. I suspect that they will do a much better job.
Yeah, right.
Because it doesn't look very good in the Flash movie, but it looks good in the trailer to the Indiana Jones movie.
Okay.
But we'll see how much of that will really hold up on screen.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will see. July, Insidious: The Red Door.
What is Insidious?
Well, it is a horror movie franchise. This is the 5th Insidious movie. I've not seen any of them, and I don't know anything about them.
Wait, this is the 5th one?
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Okay.
So it takes place a decade after Insidious 2, which focuses on the Lampert family's older son, Dalton, who is terrorized by the family's demons while away at college. In addition to Wilson and Simpkins wrote... Oh, these are just actors. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So apparently this is the 5th Insidious movie, but it is a sequel to Insidious 2.
There you go.
Yeah,
now you know.
I think maybe I'm wrong, but I think maybe the first 2 Insidious movies were like in theaters, and then I think they did a couple like cheap, like straight to streaming ones.
Redbox thing.
Yeah, and then maybe this is a like back to being a
I have a question for you. Since everything is streaming now. How is Redbox still in like business?
Well, some people don't have good internet at their house.
I guess that's true.
Also, Redbox is streaming too, I think. Like you can go onto Redbox online and order.
Oh, you can.
Online.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Don't know. And remember, free plug for the library. There are this free streaming stuff that you can get from the library with Hoopla and Libby.
That's exactly right. All you need is your library card.
Yeah, very cool. All right. Here's one I know you're psyched for.
Yeah.
Mission Impossible Dead Reckoning Part 1.
So here's the deal with Mission Impossible.
So this is the 8th. No. Yeah, so I think this is the 8th Mission Impossible.
Once again, loved the first one. Would watch that over and over and over again. Don't know that I've seen any of the other ones.
I think I've only seen Mission Impossible 2.
No, I lied. I have seen 1 and 2. And then past that, I have not seen any of them.
The only thing I remember about Mission Impossible 2 is that Metallica did the soundtrack.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gotcha. But this is the movie that, if you remember, about 6 months ago, it was all over the news and stuff. They released this video of Tom Cruise
yelling at the crew.
No, of him jumping off this, like riding a motorcycle off this cliff. And they said by far it was the most dangerous stunt like ever done in the history of movies. And that's in this movie. That's what he was doing that for.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
No, there's another. So this was like filmed like kind of in the height of COVID. And there is somebody had like a hidden camera thing of Tom Cruise like yelling at the crew for like not taking the COVID stuff seriously.
Nice. Love it.
Just like losing his mind. All right. Now moving on.
So will you go see that one?
Absolutely not.
No? Okay.
I won't watch that on streaming. Like I said, I had not seen any of these. Tom Cruise isn't really for me.
What do you think?
Although
Dylan?
Top Gun was so much better than it should have been.
I know. I just have a really hard time getting my personal feelings about Tom Cruise out of the way.
There is a clip in the trailer to this Mission Impossible movie where like his romantic interest or whatever in the movie like wraps her arms around him and
twice
his facial expression is like, try to pretend like you enjoy this.
She's touching me.
She's touching me. It's so funny and so awkward.
He's just such a
he's
jerk.
He's so robotic. It's like it's just nothing natural about him.
Yeah, I don't know. And he's like, people don't realize this. He's like 5'6" or something. Really like he's tiny.
He's really short.
Yeah. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Dude, you cannot take away the fact that the dude makes really good movies.
Yeah, he's been some great movies.
I'll give him that. That's where I end. So Dylan, will you go see that one?
Probably not.
So this is the 7th one.
Mission Impossible?
This is the 7th Tom Cruise Mission Impossible.
I feel like...
And there's another one slated to come out next year. So part 2 will come out next year.
I feel like this is the same as Fast and the Furious, where like the first one was ridiculous, but it was like kind of believable ridiculous. Like I have a feeling that they're just so out there now that it's just like, come on.
Yeah.
Like I feel like a lot of eye rolls would happen in this movie.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Yeah. Now, the most anticipated movie of 2023, Barbie.
Yes.
This is the one everybody's freaking out about.
Dude, I'm just going to tell you, number one, are there 2 people that, like, if you had to, if literally you would take a poll and say who should play Barbie and who should play Ken,
Ryan Gosling and Margot Robbie.
Everyone in the world would say those 2.
Yeah.
The only other Ken that I could think of would be Zac Efron.
Yeah, oh yeah.
He'd be a
good Ken.
Yeah, he looks plastic. He's so perfect. Like,
well, he looks plastic in that picture.
Yeah.
Look how like waxy.
Look how like tan and whatever, but
just devoid of any hair except for the terrible blonde,
the big blonde thing on his head. So I think that this movie is going to be fantastic.
Oh yeah, we will be there opening weekend for Barbie movie.
I told you about, they said they were interviewing people that were involved in this, and they said that there's like no Barbie pink paint out right now because they used it all.
They used up the entire world supply of pink
literally
paint.
of that particular pink paint. It like no one could find it for a while.
Yeah.
So there you go.
So after her stellar adaptation of Little Women, director Greta Gerwig is back with this high concept original co-written by Noah Baumbach, which chronicles the most famous doll ever as she is banished from Barbie Land and introduced to our world.
I just can't wait. It's like, it's going to be timeless because there's like little girls that are like, 3 that are now playing with Barbies. And we all grew up playing with Barbies. I don't care whether you're a guy or a girl or whatever.
You definitely played with Barbies at some point.
Everybody has played with a Barbie at some point. So, so my Barbies were.
Look at the outfit Ken's wearing.
I know. So this cracks me up because my 2 Barbies that I played with all the time were suntan Barbie and Ken.
Okay.
So they had suntan lines on there. So she had a bikini suntan line, and Ken had a Speedo suntan line.
That's hilarious.
Like when they didn't have any clothes on.
That's so funny.
So those were my 2 favorite Barbies.
That's so funny.
And then I know you're going to find this hard to believe, the Barbie horse I played with constantly. So there you go. So yeah. No, Barbie, I definitely want to see that movie.
Oh yeah.
For sure.
So you remember back in the day of drive-in movies where they'd do a double feature? They'd show a kid's movie at 7.
Yeah.
And then they'd show a more mature movie at 9 or 10. So here's the double feature that we're going to get this summer. First up, Barbie.
Now, do you think, is Barbie going to be wholesome, or they're going to be, what's it rated?
It doesn't say here. Let me see if I can find it. It's probably PG-13. I'd be shocked if it's not PG-13.
They got to make it a little.
Yeah, it's PG-13.
Okay.
Okay. But anyway, double feature.
Yes.
First up, Barbie.
Okay.
Next up, Oppenheimer.
What is
that? So this is Christopher Nolan directed a movie about the father of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer.
Okay.
So this is going to be the big historical drama this year.
That would be fascinating.
And it comes out either the same weekend or the weekend after Barbie.
Okay.
So great double feature there.
Gotcha.
Christopher Nolan's buzzed about biopic of physicist and father of the atomic bomb, J. Robert Oppenheimer, stars Colin Murray in the titular role, as well as Emily Blunt and Matt Damon. Like virtually all of Nolan's films, the IMAX shot pick should be taken in on the biggest screen possible.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like how they have 7, 21, 23 underneath.
Yeah. So I actually am excited for this. I don't know if I'll see it because it seems very heavy. But
it's not. That doesn't seem like I'm gonna get stoked to go to sit in a movie theater and watch that.
Yeah, but it's probably going to be a fantastic film though. It seems that there's a lot of kind of buzz.
Yeah, I definitely would love to see that for sure.
But yeah, it's going to be a great double feature with Barbie.
There you go, Barbie.
I remember this was a handful of years ago. They did this. There was a drive-in movie. I think it was in Logan, maybe, that was still open.
Okay.
Maybe Lancaster. I forget. But it was still open. It may still be open. I don't remember what it was called. Starlight, maybe something like that. Anyway, so their double feature was up first was whatever Batman movie was out at the time, and then the late movie was the first Magic Mike. Thought that was hilarious.
That is good.
Yeah. All right. Haunted Mansion. So this is, of course, a Disneyland ride.
Yes.
And they made one a few years ago with Eddie Murphy that was really bad.
Yes.
And apparently they're doing it again.
So this is not a sequel. This is another version of that movie.
Starring Rosario Dawson, Jamie Lee Curtis, Jared Leto, Owen Wilson, Danny DeVito, Winona Ryder, and Dan Levy.
So Haunted Mansion, really, really cool Disney World ride. You get to sit beside a ghost.
Yeah, the history of the Haunted Mansion Disney ride is pretty interesting because one of the first ideas that Walt Disney had for his park was he wanted to have like a haunted house. And it was always sort of like his baby, but he died before it was finished. and they sort of finished it without him. And it really was like at the time just kind of like the crown jewel of like all that sort of like Imagineering special effects that they were doing.
And you think about like how long ago that ride was created and what they were able to accomplish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I mean, I always thought that was just the coolest thing ever.
I mean, they basically invented all that stuff for that. I mean, they weren't crazy. Like buying that stuff.
He would have been proud of that one.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
Oh, yeah. And then getting into August.
Okay. So we're out of July.
The Meg 2. So here's another sequel that have you or have you not familiar with The Meg?
No.
So this is like modern day Jaws. This is like,
is it going to eat that little dog?
Looks like it. Yeah.
That's horrible.
Yeah. So I don't know. Did you watch The Meg, Dylan?
No.
So I've not either, and I'm not sure that if these movies are supposed to be like horror movies or if they're supposed to be kind of campy.
Like
I think
tongue in cheek, yeah.
I think it's meant to be kind of campy.
Kind of like Sharknado.
Not that campy, but maybe more like I don't know. What's another silly like disaster? I don't know. I was gonna say Snakes on a Plane.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe more along the lines of like Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
Where it's like a drama, but like so over the top.
But it's like a little funny too. Yeah.
So I think that's what's going on with The Meg. I'm not really sure.
I just don't like that poster.
I don't care for that at all.
Yeah.
Because that little dog's going to get it.
Yeah, he's going to.
So it may not have impressed the majority of critics, but 2018's The Meg was a surprise box office hit. So we're getting a sequel. One upside is that this time around, the film is being directed by Ben Wheatley, Kill List, and Free Fire, other movies he directed, who has proven to be pretty savvy genre guy in the past. So it'll be interesting to see what he can do with Jason Statham and a giant shark.
Good God.
I bet that's what they say when they see the shark. He's like, good God.
You should like go to Hollywood. You did that so well.
I'm pretty good at imitating things I see other people do. Can't come up with anything clever on my own, but
well, it's like, let's have some kind of action movie. Who should we get? Oh yeah, Jason Statham.
Statham's he got kicked out of the Fast and Furious because he got in a fight with The Rock or whatever.
Yeah, like he's the same character in every single movie. Okay.
All right. So now here's one that I'm super excited for. And I just got even more excited because I saw a name of somebody I didn't know was in this. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Jesus
God. So, all right. I'm just going to have you guess.
No.
It doesn't say on this poster. Guess who is the like main creative force on this one? I'll give you a hint.
Pee Wee Herman?
No. Man, Pee Wee laughs like this. No, Seth Rogen.
Oh.
So this is a Seth Rogen produced movie.
Shut up. Oh, funny.
It stars Bradley Noon, Nicholas Cantu, Mecca Abi, Salmon Brown Jr. I don't know who any of those people are.
Exactly.
But it also stars Paul Rudd, Jackie Chan, Seth Rogen, John Cena, and Ice Cube.
Well, that's pretty good.
So I did not know that Jackie Chan was in this. So I wonder if Jackie Chan is Splinter. That'd be pretty cool.
I don't know. I don't know anything about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Okay,
I know that they are heroes in a half shell.
Here is a fun fact about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So you just said they're heroes in half shell.
Turtle power.
So you remember the Turtle song, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle. Do you know who wrote that song?
Heroes in a half shell. Turtle power.
You know who wrote that song?
No.
The creator of The Big Bang Theory.
Okay.
Fun fact.
Interesting. Yeah. Now you know.
Now you know. All right. We're starting to run a little low on time, but we got Gran Turismo. So are you guys familiar with Gran Turismo?
I'm not. We were talking, Dylan and I were talking about that off the air, and I'm not. Is that a video game or?
It's a PlayStation game.
I thought it was.
Yeah. So
I don't know how I knew that.
Got David Harbour and Orlando Bloom in it. So, I like
so we're
Orlando
bringing
Bloom.
a video game to life.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. There's David Harbour in the background, looking way too old to be a race car driver. Then here's another superhero movie, Blue Beetle.
No.
So I think this one's going straight to streaming. I don't know. This says originally conceived as a film specifically for HBO Max streaming, Blue Beetle eventually found its way to a theatrical release. Okay. The DC superhero flick will be helmed by Angel Manuel Soto, who directed Charm City Kings, and star Zolo Marduna, who has recently made a name for himself on the Karate Kid inspired Netflix series Cobra Kai. Okay. So it is what's his I can't remember any of the characters' names. He's the one whose mom is dating
Miguel, yeah.
Yeah, so it's Miguel from Cobra Kai. So this is a kind of a fun character, the Blue Beetle. So it'll be interesting to see what they do with it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here's another sequel that you may or may not have heard of any of the other ones. The Equalizer 3.
Oh, Denzel Washington? I love Denzel Washington. Yeah. #1. I love those movies too.
So you have seen the other Equalizer movies?
Oh, yes. Right. Numerous times.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So if you're a Denzel fan, there you go.
Who doesn't love Denzel Washington?
All right. We're skipping ahead a little bit to October. Another superhero movie, Kraven the Hunter. This one, I watched the trailer for this yesterday. It's going to be real bad.
Love that.
I don't know. Martin Scorsese, Killers of the Flower Moon. So based on David Grinn's broadly lauded best-selling book, Killers of the Flower Moon is a sobering appraisal of America's relationship with indigenous people and yet another artistic zenith for Martin Scorsese and his collaborators. So this...
I don't know what you just
said. That was a very pretentious
yes.
Paragraph. Stars DiCaprio, De Niro, all the Scorsese guys.
Yeah.
But yeah, this will probably,
and what's that one called again?
Killers of the Flowering Moon. So it's about mistreatment of Native Americans.
Okay.
Yeah. And so it looks like a good, but probably very hard to watch.
Yeah. Like an emo, certainly movie. Yeah. Yes.
This is going to be another Exorcist movie. Saw
27.
Saw X, which again I assume is the 10th one.
God.
Dune Part 2 in November. I'm pretty excited for that. Dune Part 1, very, very long but very beautiful movie. Mm-hmm. The Marvels, that's another superhero movie coming.
Like a superhero movie?
It's like a superhero movie coming. Oh, another Hunger Games movie. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes.
I thought that they ended the...
Yeah, so I think this is another... takes place quite a bit in the future, I think.
Is it the same cast or is it different people?
I think those characters are all quite a bit older in this story. So it stars Tom Blyth, Rachel Ziegler, Peter Dinklage, Hunter Scarfe, Josh Ondas Riviera, Jason Schwartzman, and Viola Davis.
So not the same cast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, they're making a Napoleon movie. That's kind of fun.
Not Napoleon Dynamite.
Not Napoleon Dynamite. Like Waterloo Napoleon.
Did you ever take it over any sweet jumps?
Yeah. And apparently they're remaking The Color Purple. Oh, and Aquaman 2, which I thought had already come out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Starring Amber Heard.
Okay. Shut up.
So there we have it.
All right.
Almost 58 movies coming out this year.
We went through all of them and
I skipped some.
Yeah.
But yeah. Had to make it to Aquaman, the Lost Kingdom, starring Amber Heard.
Again, it's like the Tom Cruise thing. It's like I just can't get past like the dumbness of their personal lives,
Yeah.
The absurdity.
Yeah.
That is Amber Heard.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp. all of that.
It's hard to believe that like they kept her in that movie after all that stuff.
Correct.
But it's also hard to believe that they kept Ezra Miller in that Flash movie, and they did for some reason.
Yeah.
Everybody else in that movie is CG. They could have made him literally anybody.
Anybody.
Wouldn't have even had to refilm anything.
So ridiculous. Oh, well, whatever.
Could have just made it Christopher Reeves.
That would have been a lot better.
Yeah, probably. Oh, one more to end on.
Okay.
Legally Blonde 3.
Yes.
There we go. I knew you'd be into that one.
What is it about?
It literally says, we don't know what the story will entail. But sometime toward the end of this year.
Regardless, they are what they are. They're fantastic for what they are and just cute. So there you go. And there's a dog in it.
It's true.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, we do need to get out of here for the day. Dylan, will you end on our message from our friends at Vinton County Bank?
Yep.
All right. So we'll be back here tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.